The seemingly impossible is now within reach. Game on! Game on!
Game on.
Here in Évry-Courcouronnes, the home of parkour and freerunning, where these disciplines came to life many years ago, we have got just one more playoff. It is the Swiss team, Overground, with Kirill Kortmuller, the former world champion who spent 5 years away but picked up 5 points in a row in their last game to book their spot in this playoff.
Going up against Parkour Man here is gonna be a task. They had showed up in this event more than I think anyone was really expecting. They had a big question mark. We knew they were good, but we did not know they were this good.
Yeah, Parkour Man, the 3-time Chinese national champions. Lo Gong has been a revelation. Fong Bin, a Special Forces police officer, has been a danger. Li Yi Chi, they regard as their star player, and he has played his part. But even Yu Wei, their team captain, has demonstrated some impressive skills on the quad. This is not going to be a walkover for either team. Dominic Carlin, no surprise to see him lead off for Overground. It really has been a captain's role for him. He's done so much of the work for Overground. And he's looking to get after Lo Gong, the hero of the opening night, when they beat a PK Blue in sudden death and really announced themselves to the world of chase tag on a wider scale. Dive comes in, no given. No contact made. Lo Gong going to the ridge, now to the loading bay. And they tried to get a snipe tag on the hand, and Dominic Carlin couldn't do it. And Lo Gong away under the sisters. Now the front line goes under it. Oh, scampers away to a lead-off point.
Lo Gong coming away with the first point in the first chase. There were so many close calls, 2 right off the back from Dom. And I thought the first one was a tag. I thought the second one was a tag. We're talking centimeters off. After that second one, it came down to the pressure. Dom felt very pressured and got into that leg race.
Well, we saw from Overground in their final group game against Rooftop Kings what a good start can do. I mean, you can't get a better start than 5 consecutive evasions from Kirill Kortmuller, but Lo Gong is trying to give Parkour Man a great start here, and it's lovely. Look how quick he is on the floor. My word. It's like a Scale X tricks. He just doesn't stop. Look at him go. Under the mountain, and it's another point. Lo Gong evades Lucian.
It was so unorthodox, but when you can move that fast down on your hands and feet, that gives you opportunities to take routes that no one can follow you through. And here we see him getting tripped up trying to follow Lo Gong.
In he comes. Kirill Kortmuller, 5 evasions in a row in their last group game. He gets up onto the sisters, the former world champion. He sets off after Lo Gong, and Lo Gong just didn't have anything left in the tank. Not enough to deal with Kirill anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. Kirill is so fast. And when you've just got back-to-back evasions, you're not going to outrun him. Now this is where he's going to have to come in clutch for his team and show us some evading prowess.
Chinese team have an early lead, but it is very, very early in this game. And Kirill Kortmuller with a double Kong over the sisters, and he goes back over the sisters, but in a more conventional route. Takes the bars to the mountain, slips around, and then it's a slap on the hand that was trailing on that pole.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Kirill really wanted to fall down off of the top there. It looked like maybe just slightly off balance, which caused it. That being said, Fong Bin did his best to capitalize on the situation.
Florian, it's his turn to get involved in this one. Overground cannot afford to let Parkour Man gain any more ground after those 2 early evasions from Lo Gong. And that's Fong Bin going over the top and into the tilted cube. There's a hush that's descended on Les Arènes here as Florian sees where he's going and he goes under the bar. How has he not got him there? How has he not got him? Fong Bin keeps on going. It might be another point. Parkour Man, a 3-0 lead.
I cannot believe this. Fong Bin somehow getting those quick steps out of the way from that dive from Florian underneath the ridge. I thought that was for sure a tag.
It looked like he did everything right. It was a brilliant chance, and somehow as he swished around, all he was grabbing was air.
Just couldn't find a leg anywhere.
3-0, parkour match.
Dominic Carlin back into the action. You know it's never long before they start calling on him. Fong Bin going all the way around the outside, swings around the pole, but once again Dominic Carlin manages to take advantage of a tiring athlete. But the problem is the Chinese have already taken a 3-0 lead. This is going to have to be a heroic comeback.
It has to be. Dom has been outperforming all tournament long.
Well, here's Li Yiqi, the man who was named MVP, most valuable player, the Baron of Bolt, in national championships 3 times back home in China. He is their leading athlete, and they're calling upon him here in the 7th chase. They've already got a 3-0 lead. But Dominic trying to find a way back into this game for Overground, the Swiss team. He goes to the ridge. After great move through the mountain, he somehow swayed out the way of that, and he has got a point. Li Yiqi got so close to grabbing him, but couldn't manage it.
Dominic playing that first interaction on the tilted cube so well.
Well, it's going to disputed tag review. Oh, now then, did he get a little bit of the shirt?
There's smiles on Overground's face because they don't think it's clear and obvious. That means Dom is just resting. He's breathing. He's getting energy back for the next evasion attempt. This is a good angle.
This is a good angle, and I don't think there's enough there. We've got a decision. What is the decision? Evasion given! Game on! Game on! Overground are in it!
And I would agree with that because from my angle, I didn't see it. The cameras made it look close, though.
I think we might be able to go to the Overground team. It's Chris. Chris, that was so close, but so important.
Yes. So, as I know Dom, he is a very honest player, and anytime he even gets touched on his shirt and feels it, he is stopping immediately, even though it's probably not always the best for such a game like this one. But yeah, he is a very honest player.
Well, very honest. I don't think there's any question about his integrity. It's just very difficult sometimes, and he's managed to get away from his man there, Dominic Carlin, as he looks to double up and cut the gap to just 1 point. Goes down low under the front line for a guy his size, and there you go. He's owned up for that attack, because that one he did feel.
That one he did feel really good work. He tried to cut underneath and throw his opponent off balance. Luckily, kept that balance, dropped down, and went straight to the slide tag to get as much extension as humanly possible.
Tong Ki getting the tag there and gets to stay on. It's Kirill Court-Muller that Overground turn 2 once again. Halfway through this game, it is 3-1 to Parkour Man, the 3-time China champions. Looking to book their place in the quarterfinals. It would be some story. It's already a story that they've got this far, but they could be going further because they are serious. And oh, there's a claim of attack. He's got to keep going. You've played this game before. You've won this title, Kirill. There's no standing around and waiting. Well, this is evasion given by the ref over here. Now, he wants a DTR, but what are the refs saying? Because if the refs say evasion and they're not completely sure, so we are going to go to another DTR.
Okay, this one, to me, looked like a guaranteed tag. I thought not only did I see, from my point, some contact, but also maybe even a foot being moved from that contact right there.
Let's go back to Chris in the Overground team. Another DTR. This is dramatic.
Yeah, it is very dramatic. 3-1, and yeah, similar to Dom, Kirill is even more honest. And to be honest, I haven't seen the tag, but I'm pretty sure if he says he tagged him, then he definitely did.
Why is it that whenever we speak to you guys, none of them say, oh yeah, my teammates are all serial liars. You can't trust a word they say.
At first, in real time, it looked to me like for sure a tag. Now that I'm seeing this, I am not as convinced, which is tragic, because even if there was contact and it's not clear and obvious, Kirill is going to feel very robbed from this, because he stopped, he put his hand up.
Oh, evasion given! One went the way of Overground, one went against them, and that means that Tong Ki has put Parkour Man 4-1 up, and they are closing in on a spot in the quarterfinals of the World Championship.
And as we've spoken about before, Tong Ki has just had all that time to rest. He could even be putting up another one, and now the gap is so much harder to close.
They started this tournament strongly. Maybe they're growing into it. What if they get better and better? Heads over to the sisters from the tilted cube. And there's a little trip there for and another trip, and it doesn't matter because Tom Key's got out the quad anyway.
I think Tom Key just kind of sensed that Florian is right on top of him. Unluckily for both of them, Florian ended up kind of tripping over that diagonal bar, but doesn't matter in the end. Tom Key jumping out of the quad.
Florian trying to cut this gap. They need to make a move here. Florian needs to pull something out the bag. He goes over the sisters and he's not gonna make it. And he is tagged. And now Parkour Man are closing in. They are getting closer and closer. It is match point to the three-time Chinese champions.
Yeah, an evasion here is gonna win them the match. Zed really showing how powerful his legs are, coming up and over the sisters, always increasing speed.
It's Dom again. So important, as Chris was saying himself. They
Cool
rely
under
on him
pressure.
so heavily. He's going to have to be cool under pressure, but he's got to tag and then evade 3 in a row. And against this team of Chinese monsters, the Dragons. Well, the tag is made, and it's made quickly. That is job 1 done, but he has 3 more to do.
He does. Job 1 done. Shift focus into job 2. Don't think about job 3. That's the problem. Don't get inside of your head. Don't think too much about what's to come. Just take it one chase at a time. And you have to do all or nothing. You cannot play games trying to conserve your energy here, because if you do that, you risk a single tag and it's over.
Well, it's Zed again. And Dom by the tilted cube, over the sisters, now under the sisters. He does a lot of good work down low, moves quickly for such a big man, and he waits and waits and waits, and the dive through the tilted cube doesn't work. Goes through the mountain, under the ridge. This might work. 3 seconds to go. Dom gets away. It is going to be job 2 done. It is job 2 done. And now it's job 3 and job 4, and he's getting closer.
I tell you what though, Dom played those first few interactions so well. Not moving more than 15 feet one way or the other, keeping it very chilled, never really getting into that foot race that's really gonna tire you out, but working fantastically around sisters and tilted cube most of that chase.
They are not going down without a fight over ground. And their captain, Dom Carlin, is desperately trying to claw them back into this. It is over and under the sisters again. It works again, but he doesn't get away. He does get away. He does get away. How long can he get away for? Under the ridge, across the quad, to the tilted cube. And it's the team captain for Parkour Man who is flailing. He's grabbing at air. Unbelievable. It might be happening. Oh my word. There's only a point in it.
Is Dom making a miracle happen right now? His body language this entire time is on an entirely different planet. It looks like he has leveled up so hard with every one of these interactions.
The seemingly impossible is now within reach. Dom Carlin, the Swiss team's captain, has tagged, evaded twice, and if he evades here, we've got a level game. He could even win it with the final chase. But he's going to have to stay out the way of Lo Gong. Lo Gong, who's already been a hero on at least one occasion. He jumps out of the mountain. It's a reach. I don't think he's got there. He's not got there, but he keeps going. Dom Carlin.
Oh, it's huge.
No, no, no. He
He's
might.
done it. Oh! Dom does it. The evasion signs go up. Dom has brought this to another chase. He has the opportunity to win the game right here. He's got to be exhausted, but he is making miracles happen.
This is miraculous. Dom Carlin has dragged Overground level. They were dead and buried. Overground were in the ground, but they are back level, and he could yet win it for them.
Point, Overground.
To complete the most sensational turnaround that this sport has ever seen. Dom Carlin round the front line, going on pure adrenaline. Pure adrenaline. It can't carry him to another, but it does carry this game to sudden death. And the last spot in the quarterfinals is going to be decided in a sudden death chase-off. What a climax to the evening, Joey. What a game this has been.
We knew this game was going to be close. We knew it was going to be exciting. We had no idea it was going to go 3 points into Parkour Man's favor. Multiple tragedies of DTRs happening, and yet at the end it comes down to sudden death.
Longest evasion wins, and I can tell you this, they cannot be putting Dom Carlin in. In fact, he's collapsed on the floor over there. He is absolutely spent. Kirill Kortmuller evading first. He has to set the longest evasion. Tom Keefe is chasing him. Oh, they rattled this Parkour Man team, having been 4-1 up, and now they're in sudden death and on the verge of elimination. Kirill staring at him, going over the sisters, but he's too close, and that's too quick. Surely it's too quick. The clock says 9.2. The official time will be quicker.
Yeah, I do believe it's going to be quicker. You asked, are they rattled? No, they look determined.
8.1 seconds. And it is the number 26, that is Lee Yi-ki, who comes in. He only has to survive just over 8 seconds. Who are they sending? They're not sending in
Not Dom.
They're not sending in Dom.
No way.
What are you doing?
Let's go, Dom.
Listen to the crowd. Listen to them. It is heroic. It is improbable. It looked impossible, but it might happen. Dom Carlin. Away he goes. It's got to be quick. He dives, he doesn't get there. Can he get another chance? I don't think he can. I don't think he can. That was it. And that is it for Overground. You will never see a more valiant display in defeat than that from Dom Carlin and this Swiss team. But they are beaten, and Parkour Man are World Championship quarter-finalists on debut. Unbelievable drama to end the night as the 3-time China champions keep their dream alive of becoming world champions, but they needed sudden death to do it, Joe.
That was one of the most wild matches I have ever seen. Dom just became a hero to so many, but the true story here is Parkour Man moving through to the quarterfinals